Rolls and buns are little individual breads that can be served in countless ways. Now it's time to advance things with braided egg buns. I start this soft dough recipe with milk, this time 3/4 of a cup, and I've heated it to just above body temperature. I'll add the yeast, 2 1/4 teaspoons. This egg bun recipe is based on a challah-style bread. That means it's got a beautiful richness from egg, a little bit of oil, but also a hint of sweetness with a 1/4 cup of sugar. So this recipe calls for 2 whole eggs as well as an egg yolk. I found to get that tenderness and richness in a challah dough recipe that I prefer using oil instead of butter. So I'll measure out a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. In that goes. And 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And lastly, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Similar to the Parker House rolls, this egg bun recipe takes the same kneading time and achieves the same consistency, but you'll see that beautiful yellow color come through. It usually takes about 3 minutes to knead the dough beautifully. And there we go. You can see how elastic the dough is, but also it's cleaned the sides of the bowl. The dough comes away easily, and I've still got a little bit stuck at the bottom. It's supposed to do that. It's a little stickier and softer than that Parker House roll dough because of the egg in there. But look at the beautiful color. And I'll just give it a light kneading just to shape it into a nice round before I let it sit and rise. Now I'll oil my bowl and give this a little cover. And this takes about 90 minutes until it doubles in size and is ready to roll. So here's the exact same recipe after 90 minutes, so you can see how it's blossomed up and doubled in size. So we'll take the soft dough, give it a little sprinkling of flour, and this recipe makes 12 individual buns. So I start by dividing the dough in half, and then each half and half. And now each of these pieces divide into 3. Now I'll put 11 aside to get to later and start with the first braided bun. So now I have to divide it in half. I'll roll this out, and you can see how easy it is to handle, and I really find it's the vegetable oil that makes this dough so smooth and easy to handle. So now what I do is create a cross with the 2 pieces of the dough and cross them right in the middle. With the horizontal piece on top, I start with the opposite, and all I do is overlap. And then overlap, and you can see the braid taking shape. You tuck in the end pieces, just give them a little pinch, and there you've got a beautiful braid. And I'll continue the braiding step with all the other pieces of dough. Drop that on the tray. And now it's time for the second rise. And it takes about 45 minutes, again, for them to virtually double in size. And look at how, after the 45 minutes, they've puffed up. If you ever buy challah buns or egg buns in the grocery or at a bakery, you see they've got a beautiful shine to them and a rich golden color. That comes from an enriched egg wash. So not just an egg, but just the egg yolk is used. And to make it even richer, a little bit of milk. Just a couple tablespoons. Give that a little whisk. And then brush evenly so you get into every little nook and cranny of the buns. There we go. And classically, you see a braided egg bun topped with sesame seeds or poppy seeds. So I'll do half and half. You can use untoasted sesame seeds because, of course, they'll brown in the oven. And now for poppy seeds. Now it's time for the oven. I've preheated it to 350, and these take 20 to 25 minutes. And you look for an even, rich, golden brown color to know they're ready. Oh, gorgeous. Gotta love that beautiful, rich, shiny brown color. And look at how the braiding all bakes together. So when you tear into it, you get that beautiful egg bread texture.